We'll be starting our town hall meeting in 5 minutes, so please grab a conversation, a donut, a coffee, and please come in.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Okay, we're about to begin our town hall meeting, so if you would like to participate, please come in now, have a seat, and we'll begin. Okay, we'll begin our conversation now. It looks as though we largely have a meeting of our council. So again, maybe we can forego tomorrow night's meeting and just get our business done today. Just joking. Hopefully everybody knows me, Jay Liska, president of our council. I'd like to ask the other council members to just sort of raise your hand. Lanny Lewis, Dan Folmar, Rick Heinecke, Hank Fisher, Pat Berkowitz, Jamie Lacombe, and I don't think I missed anybody. Michael's in the back. And Michael's in the back doing our tech. Thank you, Michael. And we're also joined, and hi, Mark Swanson as well. We're also joined outside this room by folks on live stream. So we'll take questions, and I'll repeat those questions so that the people on the live stream can hear not only the question, but of course then the answer. So having introduced the council, and I thank you and welcome you to this conversation. I've said in the past, and it continues to be true, that your voice matters. We want to hear it. We can make St. Michael as good a church as we possibly can with your help and with the support of the Holy Spirit. So are there any opening questions, concerns, issues, or ideas? We'll take the good and the bad. So let me prompt you then with one of the current topics that we've sent out some information about recently is a consideration for how we'll move forward with our financial secretary position. You've seen the announcement that Janet Weber, after 19 or 20 years serving that function, has decided that she needs to retire from it and move on. So there has been a team that's been working quite diligently. It's Hank, it's Janet, it's Karen, and I think most recently Dan has been invited to join that team to look at our current process for doing the work of the financial secretary, make sure that we're not missing anything or that we're not doing anything that maybe isn't necessary, and seeing how, if possible, we can divide up that job so that we can get a volunteer to do some or all of it, unlikely all of it. There's only one Janet Weber, but potentially some of it, and that the part that the volunteer does not do, we would consider outsourcing to an accounting firm. So we're still in that process of dividing and conquering, if you will. Mike Karen has been contacting several accounting firms, bookkeeping companies essentially, in the Kennett area to describe what we believe are our needs and to get proposals from them. And so all of this should come to a successful conclusion by December, when Janet is going to step aside as financial secretary. So a critically important function within the church, one that she's done an excellent job with over the course of 19 plus years, and we need to make sure we maintain the same quality of work that she's provided, but doing it in a way that reflects the realities of the fact that we're always desperate for volunteers, and so where we can't find volunteers, we'll look for an outsourced solution. Hank, anything else that you'd like to add with respect to that search? And if you could come to this mic, we do have a handheld mic, but I think the people on the live stream can hear better through this. Thank you, Hank.
Yeah, the only thing I would add, we're also looking at ICON as an alternative, and Janet is pursuing that. ICON is a database church company that we use for our current membership software. They also provide accounting services. So Janet is part of our committee, and she's looking there. And the other thing I would say is rest assured that for this calendar year, which extends into January, Janet will help us get all the statements and so forth. So it's not exactly December 31st. It's pretty much handling all the duties that come with our year. So rest assured, if you have any problems with your contribution statements and so forth for 2025, she'll help our committee make a smooth transition to whoever the new firm is. Thank you.
Thank you, Hank. And just one more thing to add. You're probably aware of the fact that Janet, as our financial secretary, is the only person in the church that knows who gives how much. So that's a very important confidence that needs to be maintained. So it's very likely that a volunteer that we'll look for needs to come from within St. Michael to provide that oversight, and again, that confidentiality, which is again kept from even Hank and Karen and other people on the finance committee. So not only an important process, but an important trust, to maintain. So the volunteer that oversees that aspect of it is just very important. So that's a quick, or not so quick, update on some very important work that the team has ongoing. Did that trigger any further questions regarding that or anything else? You might as well ask some more questions. I think they've taken the donuts away. Rick, you come to the mic? Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to provide you guys with an update on some of the social ministry activities that we've got coming up. First, thanks everybody for the Rise Against Hunger event. We packed 15,000 meals in a very short period of time, about 2 hours. And I still haven't heard where they're going to go, but they'll go somewhere within the world that needs that food and nutrition. Starting this week, we're starting our campaign for the Thanksgiving bags. As you remember, we try to get together 200 bags of items that go to CACs. That food will then be matched with either a chicken or a turkey, and those meals will be distributed to people within our community. Between St. Michael's 200 bags and other churches in the area, we hope to provide 800 bags of food for the Kennet community and beyond, which is really great. For those of you who don't want to do the shopping to pick up the items that go in the bags, we're also taking financial contributions. And Annette Bowers will then go out and do shopping. We'll assemble those items into bags and get those together. I can't remember the deadline, but it's sometime in early November. And then finally, we're going to be doing our Migrant Ministry gift cards again. Migrant Ministries is a group that helps the migrants in town, those folks who maybe aren't able to have a nice Christmas. We help out by buying gift cards, around $50 or so, whatever you feel willing to give. We get a list of those folks. You sort of adopt those people and purchase the gift cards, which then will be distributed to those folks within the community. That'll be coming up after Thanksgiving. Jess Wilson is organizing that, and more information will be coming out on that as well. So we're trying to get 65 gift cards this year. We've cut it back by 10, but I think that's still a great amount of help for migrants in our community. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, so Ryan was, and this is through Pastor David, as you remember, we're trying to give more information about the GLBT community through different speakers who will be coming in through the months ahead. We were hoping to have Ryan come in and speak to us about his experience in growing up and the things that he's gone through. Unfortunately, his dad is having some health issues, and he wants to spend more time. I think it's stage 4 liver cancer. So I'm not sure how long, but Ryan wanted to be with his dad. So That will be canceled, but our committee will be meeting in December, hopefully coming up with more experiences for everybody to learn more about welcoming our fellow Christians who are GLBT that we can welcome into the church. So again, we'll keep you updated on where that information comes out as well. Anything else? Thanks.
I also wanted to acknowledge Katie Majerian and Kevin Kirby, also council members. Before you guys came in, we just made sure we went around, everybody was recognized and made a identification of who represents them on council. The budget was sent out to everybody, so hopefully everybody received that. Hopefully most had a chance to give a look to that. A lot of thought has gone into the budget. Are there any questions that you have? We'll have opportunities again in January to finalize that, but before it's finalized, any questions that anybody had in reviewing the numbers and the projections that Hank sent out? One of the things that is a little different, and maybe Hank, you could speak to this, isn't not to belabor this meeting, but I think it's embedded deep in that, is the conversation that we're having around the office manager role, and I think how that's reflected in the budget. Few people, I think, would dig into that many lines of the budget to look at that. So let's just flag our current thinking about the office manager position at the point at which Mario presumably goes on to a full-time teaching role. Thanks, Hank.
So just to complete that, Mario is with us until end of July, maybe beginning of August. However, for January, February, and March, while he's student teaching, we have some volunteers who are going to graciously answer phones and operate, if you will, the church during the daytime hours. And Mario is going to do a lot of his work after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometime even on nights and weekends. But he's assured us that that'll all be accomplished in good form. And what this has caused us to do is think about, and will give us an opportunity to think about, are we looking for one person or are we looking for 2 people? That potentially the job could be broken up into, if you will, some basic level skills and then some more complex, which require a lot of software and technical skills. We're not sure which way we're going to go, and we're still in the process of figuring that out. However, the budget was put together with the thought that there's enough money in there no matter which way we go. So I also would like to say that the budget is a preliminary budget, obviously based on a guess what giving is going to be. And also, it was done, there is detail that was not sent to you, that it's not a secret. If you have questions, please ask me. And I think there's a great deal of trust, I know that you have, that we have a finance committee, I assure you, that has all this detail. We have a council that sees all this detail. But if you ever have any questions, I'd be glad to get any phone calls and to answer anything you might have. We don't have a lot of room. There are requests all the time for more people. I just had one earlier today talking about a sexton for the church. We just don't have the wherewithal right now to, within our budget, hire a sexton, even though I think one could be justified in terms of, because a lot of volunteers. But it's a process. We need to all continue to work together and ultimately grow the church and ultimately potentially grow our giving. I will share, and you may have missed it, we have lost a number of significant givers the last 3-4 years. And that's why it may look on the surface that we're not growing our giving. We actually are doing a very good job growing our giving if we look at individuals who have grown their contributions. But unfortunately, because mostly due to deaths, we've lost some longtime members of St. Michael who were significant givers. It takes multiple givers to replace each one of those people. So keep up the good work is what I would say. Pray about it, and if you have any questions, call me. And fortunately, I will say this, that our balance sheet, the monies we have allowed us to run small deficits and cover the expenses so that it gives us time to build our church over the next several years. So have faith and continue to do the good work, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Hank. And just to provide another perspective on the last comment, St. Michael is a church in transition, and that's a good thing, because if we were just on a trajectory like most churches, we'd be in trouble. Though we have lost through deaths and relocations some congregant members, as all churches do, you see every week the number of small children that are around the altar here, and I see them in my Sunday school class. I used to have maybe 1 or 2 students, and now on any given week I'll have 8 to 10. So, that suggests to me that though we've lost some people, and it is a loss, and they're missed, not just their giving, but their contributions to St. Michael, but we're bringing in new families who ultimately may become new members, and, at some point, givers as well. So a church in transition. I guess I hope what you've heard this morning, to put a wrap on it, is that St. Michael is successfully, at least to my mind, pursuing our mission. And just to remind you that that mission is to share Christ's love, to welcome all, to strengthen each other, and to serve our community. You've heard bits and parts of that through some of the conversation this afternoon, but rest assured, that is my job, that's the council's job, that's all of our jobs, to make St. Michael as great a place to gather, to worship, and to serve as possible. So I thank you, particularly you people here, who form in many ways, the foundation of St. Michael and our platform for achieving our mission as we move forward. So with that, thank you for your time. You should have a good afternoon. Neither the Eagles nor the Phillies nor Penn State are playing today, so I'll wish you well. Thank you.